If you are interested in learning how to make a traveling bag just like this, then this video is for you. So for these tutorials, we need a leather material. Then I have this other material. I have my handle, and I also have my zipper. So to be on a safe side, you'll be using needle of 25 inches, between the range of 22 to 25 inches, so that you can be able to sew. So without wasting much time, let's dive into the tutorials. So guys, I have my leather here already cut out. The length is about 28 inches and the width we're working with is 16 inches. Okay, so and I have that in two places. So I'm going to go ahead to make a curve here. You can use your free hand, but I choose to measure mine. So from this end to this other end, I have about 7 inches, and I'm going to mark that 7 inches here as well. Then I'm going to come in here by 3 inches. So I'll just make a curve over there. So I'll try and make this curve as smooth as possible. Then after that, I'll repeat the same process over there. Then cut out the two fabric at once. Just make it as curvy as possible. So after making the curve, I'm going to go ahead and cut it out. So after that, I'm going to repeat the same process over there, and I'll get back to you. So to be on the safe side, I'll just fold it this way so that I'll get the same curve. Then use this same pattern and cut out this side. So after cutting, this is what I have in two places. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and measure 10 inches on both sides, or 9 inches on both sides, and notch. So after that, I'm going to calculate, measure from this end. Then over to the other place where I marked. I have about 47 inches. So I have about 47 inches. I'll add 2 inches to it for allowance, making it 49 inches. Okay, then I'm going to also measure the top. So after measuring the top, I have 36 inches. Then I'll add 2 inches to it, making it 38 inches. So I'll go ahead and cut out two different fabrics. Okay, so guys, I've cut out the two pieces of material that I mentioned earlier. The length of this one is 49 inches because we measured from this point, took it down over to this side, and after that we got 47 inches and we added 2 inches of allowance to it, so that is 49 inches, and that is what we have here. So what I'm going to be doing now is that I'm going to come in here by 0.75 inches, 0.75 inches. Then I'm going to go down by 7 inches. I'm also going to do the same here, 0.75, 0.75 to 7 inches. Okay, so remember that this thing is on fold, okay, but the total length is 49 inches. So when folded, I should have about 24.5 inches. Okay, so I'm going to connect this with a straight line, and I'm also going to do the same to this side and cut out the excess. So I'm going to cut out the two parts. So for this, from this end to this end, what I have here is total of 9 inches, whereas I have total of 11 inches here. So that is it about this. And the next thing I'm going to do now is to get this other piece of fabric. Okay, this particular one is for the downside of the bag. I have the other one which is about 38 inches. This I have it cut out into two equal parts. So the width of this is about 5.5 inches. Okay, I think it's about 5.5 inches, and I have that cut in two places, and I have the width to be, the length to be 38 inches. Okay, so that's what we have here. This will be the top. Okay, so without wasting much time, let's go into it too, because in between it I'm going to insert my zip, so that's why it's two. So let's go into the sewing process. Okay, to start with, I have the two pieces that I cut out for the top. So I'm going to be inserting my zip. This is the right side of my leather, and this is the right side of my zip. So I'm going to place it this way, right side facing each other at this very end. Then I'm going to pin. So after placing my pin in order to hold it down, I'm going to get the second piece, then hold it this way with right side of this zip facing the other side. So I'm going to also pin it down as well and stitch right side facing each other. So after that, I'll get back to you. So this is basically how it looks like after stitching. Okay, so after stitching, I went ahead to top stitch on it, making the zipper to relax at the two sides. Okay, so this is it. So without wasting much time, let's go over to joining the bodies. So I want to start working on the bodies now. So I have my band cut out already. It measures 45 inches. Then I have this side. Okay, so I'm going to measure 8 inches on both sides, 8 inches from here, and place this hand on it. So I'm going to take it up by 12 inches. So when I get here, I'll stop stitching it, then turn to the other side, bring the other hand, then measure 8 inches from here to this place and start stitching. When I get to 12 inches, I'll stop. So after fixing the handle, this is what it looks like. So I'll go ahead and fix the other side of the bag. Okay, fix the handle to the other side of the bag. So after that, the next thing that I'm going to do is to get my cord and fix. So I'm going to stitch it this way, just at the tip. Then when I get to this end, I'm going to make a curve here, because it's not going to just align with this line. So I'm going to make a curve just like that, and after that I'm going to take it up and stitch. So let me do that quickly and I'll get back to you. So for me to add this cord to my bag, I went ahead to cut out this piece of leather. It measures 2 inches by 1 inch for the width. So I'm going to allow it sit at the center of my bag, and I place this my cord on it just by the center, and stitch. So let me go ahead, stitch, then I'll get back to you. So after joining the cord, this is what I have. So I'm going to cover up this place. Okay, so next is to cut out the excess leather. Then after cutting out the excess leather, then I'm going to join this to it, and look at how I'm going to join it. So I'm going to leave like 1.5 inches of allowance, or 1 inch from this part we notched earlier. So I'm starting from here. I'll leave my allowance like 1 inch to 1.5, depending on what you left earlier. Then I'm going to stitch it this way. I'm going to stitch it this way until I get to this part where I notched initially. Then I'll get back to you. So this is how it looks like after sewing. The next thing I'm going to do now is to join this top to it. So first of all, I'm going to stitch these two ends together. I'm going to stitch it together. Then after stitching it, I'm going to take it all the way round the top, just like that. So I'm done joining this upper part to the body, to the side, and this is what we have. So I'm going to go ahead and join these two pieces, the upside and the two sides, the upside and the downside rather. I'm going to join it together with the stitches. Then after that, I'm going to stitch this other place that's remaining. So in case there is any allowance here, just go ahead, measure. If the allowance is too much, you can just go ahead and cut it out. Mine was excess, so I went ahead to cut it out of camera. Here I'm done stitching it. This is what we have on both sides. Okay, you can see how neat it is. So the next thing I'm going to do is to put this inside and stitch. So but before then, you are going to measure the circumference of this, that's round this, then measure this one to make sure that it aligns. If not, just go ahead and shape it a bit so that this and this can be the same measurement. So after that, I'm going to start from here where I notched. So at the end of the day, this part that I notched and this other side where I notched earlier will be here, and the other one will be there. So I'll go ahead and stitch. I'm going to take it to my sewing machine and continue stitching from the back. So after stitching, I'll bring it back to the camera and show you what it looks like. So after the whole sewing, this is how it came out. So I'm going to go ahead, cut out the excess thread over there. Okay, so after cutting out the thread, next thing I'm going to do is to reveal the right side of my bag. So I'm going to open it up this way, then boom, turn it inside out. And that is it for the making of this bag. So if you find this training interesting, useful, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Okay, thank you guys for watching. See you in my next video. Don't forget to turn on the post notification so that you can receive updates whenever I upload new videos.